Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Mohammad Mazharul, Associate Professor of Community Medicine, Bashundhara Ad-din Medical College. Today my topic is data presentation of continuous data. In our previous classes, we have discussed about discrete data presentation. Today we are going to discuss about continuous data presentation. So let us start, and we have already discussed that there are at least 6 types of methods, or at least 6 methods by which we can present continuous data. These are histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, line chart, cumulative frequency diagram or ogive, and scatter diagram or dot diagram. These are the methods by which we can present continuous data. So, first of all, let us discuss about histogram. Histogram is a presentation of a frequency distribution by means of rectangles whose widths represent class intervals and whose areas are proportional to the corresponding frequencies. Here we see an example of histogram, and it consists of multiple bars, like bar diagram. There are so many bars, but there are also some differences. One of them is each bar is touching the next bar. This is one difference, and another is here height and breadth, that is height and width, both are meaningful here, that is height into width is equal to area. Area is meaningful, that is area represents the frequency or percentage. On the other hand, in case of bar diagram, only height was meaningful. Here height and width both are meaningful. This is another difference, but remember that we always make bars here in histogram all with same width, that is all bars will be of same width in order to make it more understandable and easy to understand by the readers. Next, frequency polygon. Polygon is Bahubhuj in Bengali, and a frequency polygon is a graph formed by joining the midpoints of the tops of histogram columns with straight lines. That is, in the last picture we have seen a histogram. If we connect the tops of all the columns with a line, the picture appears like this, and this is a frequency polygon. Here red dots indicates the tops of the bars we have seen in our histogram picture. So, this type of chart is known as frequency polygon. Another one is frequency curve. Frequency curve is a smooth curve. Instead of straight lines, we make smooth curves, which corresponds to the limiting case of a histogram computed for a frequency distribution of a continuous distribution as the number of data points becomes very large. That is, when we make a frequency polygon, if we make smooth curves instead of straight lines, the picture appears like this, and this one will be a frequency curve. And if we remove the columns, it will look like this. This is a frequency curve. Here also the height of each points or height of the curve points are showing the frequency intensity or percentages. Here another example of frequency curve. Here in the left side we see there are systolic blood pressure of several persons. and their frequency, number of persons of each group of blood pressure. And in the right side we see a histogram and a frequency polygon made on this data. And this is line diagram with the another example of data set. We see some dots are made first of all, then dots are connected. So, this is a line diagram, and this is ogive. Ogive means cumulative frequency chart. Here we see in the left side, here is a data set of January, February, March. These are the months of number of cases of diarrhea in a Thana Health Complex in 2003. In January there were 68 cases of diarrhea. So, cumulative frequency is 68. In the month of February, total number of diarrhea cases were 56. So, cumulative frequency will be 68 plus 56, that is cases of January and cases of February. We have to add these. So, cumulative frequency of February is 124, and on the third month, that is on the month of March, total cases were 60. So, cumulative frequency will be 124 plus 60, that is 308. So, this is an example of cumulative frequency chart. We have to plot the information of frequency cumulative frequency column on the right side on the graph paper. So, this type of chart will appear. The chart on the chart, the line is going either upwards or horizontal, never go downwards, because cumulative frequency never goes below the previous data, because we are adding the previous data. So, this is ogive or cumulative frequency chart. Now, this is a picture of dot diagram or scatter diagram. Here on a graph paper, we have to plot the dots. In case of such type of chart, we have to plot the dots according to the components in the x axis and the frequency or percentage or intensity on the y axis, as we did in our previous charts also, but we do not have to add the dots with some lines. Dots will be there isolated. So, this type of chart is known as dot diagram or scatter diagram. Let us summarize the whole lecture of data presentation. We see here we have three methods of data presentation. One is array, ascending array, descending array. Another is tabulation, univariate tables, bivariate tables and multivariate tables. And third one is drawings or graphs. There are two sets. One set is for discrete data presentation and another is continuous data presentation. For continuous data presentation, we shall use histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, line chart, cumulative frequency diagram or ogive and scatter or dot diagram. And for discrete data presentation, we are using bar diagrams, pie diagrams, pictograms and map diagrams. So, this is in short my data presentation lecture. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Assalamu alaikum.